Here's whose fucking fault that it is. I bet my damn life more than half the motherfuckers on the plane sold fentanyl. That killed Americans. Fuck all of them. And here we got MTG being an absolute gangster.
Yep. Anybody else?
Should the Defense Secretary...
What country are you? Wait, what country are you from?
The UK.
Okay, we don't give a crap about your opinion and your reporting. Why don't you go back to your country where you have a major migrant problem?
Okay,
and no. You should care about your own borders.
Do you care about American lives being put at risk?
Let me tell you something. Do you care about people from your country? What about all the women that are raped by migrants?
Do you care
No,
about
by migrants. No, do you care? Okay, you're done.
Do you care about American lives being put at risk?
You know what? I don't care.
Service members fighting for your country.
I don't care about
and
your
vice
fake news.
president
Do you have a
and your
relevant
defense
question?
secretary.
Yeah, this is an American journalist. Thank you.
Fuck the UK. Get your shit together, cuck nation.
We revoked her visa. It's an F1 visa, I believe. We revoked it, and here's why. And I'll say it again. I said it everywhere. Let me be abundantly clear. Okay, if you go apply for a visa right now, anywhere in the world, let me just send this message out. If you apply for a visa to enter the United States and be a student, and you tell us that the reason why you're coming to the United States is not just because you want to write op-eds, but because you want to participate in movements that are involved in doing things like vandalizing universities, harassing students, taking over buildings, creating a ruckus, we're not going to give you a visa. If you lie to us and get a visa and then enter the United States and with that visa participate in that sort of activity, we're going to take away your visa. And once you've lost your visa, you're no longer legally in the United States, and we have a right, like every country in the world has a right, to remove you from our country. So it's just that simple. I think it's crazy. I think it's stupid for any country in the world to welcome people into their country that are going to go to your universities as visitors. They're visitors. And say, I'm going to your universities to start a riot. I'm going to your universities to take over a library and harass people. I don't care what movement you're involved in. Why would any country in the world allow people to come and disrupt? We gave you a visa to come and study and get a degree, not to become a social activist that tears up our university campuses. And if we've given you a visa and then you decide to do that, we're going to take it away. I encourage every country to do that, by the way, because I think it's crazy to invite students into your country that are coming onto your campus and destabilizing it. We're just not going to have it. So we'll revoke your visa, and once your visa is revoked, you're illegally in the country and you have to leave. Every country in the world has a right to decide who comes in as a visitor and who doesn't. If you invite me into your home because you say, I want to come to your house for dinner, and I go to your house and I start putting mud on your couch and spray painting your kitchen, I bet you're going to kick me out. Well, we're going to do the same thing if you come into the United States as a visitor and create a ruckus for us. We don't want it. We don't want it in our country. Go back and do it in your country. But you're not going to do it in our country.
Back in 2013, I told that red coat globalist that was trying to take our guns, Piers Morgan, that if you try to take our firearms, 1776 will commence again. Well, now I've got to tell President Trump, if you try to put King Charles as the head of the U.S. government, ahead of the American people and our president, 1776 will commence again. 1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms.
And that's right, folks. You just heard it from the man himself, and he's absolutely not bluffing. Donald Trump is literally talking about putting England back in charge of America and rejoining the Commonwealth. Look it up. It's not fake news. Shit's literally escalating to levels none of us believed were possible. But these absolute pussies weren't brave enough to take away our ability to fight back. They knew if they tried what would happen. And it's for this reason you can support my channel by grabbing a Make Americans Gorillas Again 1776 shirt from my cursed item shop at the link under this video. Sales go a long way on this channel. I'm unmonetized, and any contributions help pay my bills and keep my dog fed. So grab one of these sick-ass shirts designed by myself and help a homie out. I haven't seen the design anywhere else. Came up with the slogan myself. Now, On with the video. Next clip is the moment that Sneeko realized he's in a cult.
I've been struggling with this one ever since I read this hadith, which stuff a lot. I have to admit I didn't like when I read it.
Listen, no, shaitan. First of all, we as Muslims have to have submission, certainty, no questions asked, no strings attached. This is Quran, I believe it. Do you fully embrace it? Yes. No questions asked. This is a hadith. Do you take it? Is it authentic? Is it?
That's what I read, yeah.
Then if it's authentic, it's from Allah. How could I be shaky? Because if you want to be shaky, this means that you don't have certainty. And when you don't have certainty, you're this close to flipping to the dark side.
But, I mean, how are we able to judge how authentic hadith is, or...?
You don't. How do you judge whether this neurosurgeon who's going to do a spine cord surgery on you is authentic or not?
Judged by opinions of other people.
Okay, so by whose people?
The professionals.
Professionals. So you go to the scholars.
That's why I'm asking you.
I'm coming to you. I'm not answering yet. I'm just setting the foundation for the belief. The biggest problem we have with the Westerners from America and from Canada and from Europe is that they don't have their Islam on cemented area. They're so easy to flip to the other side. And that's why you find many of them starting to be good and strong and mashallah, and all of a sudden, I have doubts. Why? The Prophet married Aisha when she was 9. Ooh, you're a kafir. If you doubt the Prophet ﷺ for a second, you're a full-fledged kafir. Get the heck out of my house. Don't even think about it. No second chances. Islam is crystal clear. The Prophet said, I've left you on Islam which is as clear as night and day. There's nothing ambiguous in it. So if someone has the hesitation and is not certain, you know how many counseling sessions I do over the year? Thousands. I counsel people for money. They come to me, they pay me $220 per hour. I'm cheap. So what's the problem? And they come to me and say, Sheikh, I'm not certain that Allah exists. And you're a kafir. End of call. Watch out. If you doubt something in Islam that is beyond doubt, the Prophet ﷺ, if you look down at him, if you think bad about him, if you think something wrong with the Quran, if you think Allah Azza wa Jal is unfair, you're a kafir. We don't have to beat around the bush. But if you have a doubt, why did this happen? I'll explain it to you. This is why I'm here. You say, I don't know why the Prophet married Aisha when she was 9 and he was 50 years of age. It doesn't sound good, but I accept it. Do you think bad of the Prophet ﷺ? Is he a pedophile? Astaghfirullah. I would be a kafir thinking this. But I just want justification. I explain it to you. And I'll remove all doubt in your head.
And since we are on the topic of supposed men being absolute scumbags to women, let's get deeper into it. Have you ever heard of the Ottoman invasion? In case you're a dumbass, it's why people built castles in Europe. Cough, people who love their wives. Also, trigger warning, I'm about to go deep into this topic. Get ready. First clip, actual fascism in the UK. Do you want to live in a police state? Because here is what one actually looks like. This next clip is of two Irish people. One is pleading how she's now Irish because she immigrated there, and a native Irish man is claiming otherwise. What do you think? Leave a comment on this video. Any engagement is good engagement.
I can't sit here in Ireland and pretend or go about my day.
It's a ridiculous video.
Like my brothers and sisters are dying out there, like my aunties and uncles are dying out there. I can't just sit here. And we're still being oppressed, and we still have to fight the fight. I don't know how much longer we're gonna have to fight for, but all I know is that we're gonna have to keep fighting.
The fire alarm. It's no matter where you go, whether it's America, Ireland,
it scares me the
it's the
most.
same.
I don't know how this is gonna turn out and end up to be. If it's gonna be another bloodbath, God knows. Cause if we want to rewind and look at our history and the amount of things that white people have done to us,
Pause it now in a second.
It's one thing to kill us, but we weren't just killed, we were tortured.
Can't forget. I'm gonna pause it here. These people are so lost. If someone has this attitude and saying white people are terrible or they're these evildoers, they shouldn't be here. Europeans were the only group to stop slavery. We said let's be more moral and fight against slavery because all humans have rights. Every other group practices slavery. In Africa today, you can go to Lake Volta in Ghana and there's 21,000 children working as slaves on fishing boats. 50% of them are under the age of 10. When Britain abolished slavery, thousands of Englishmen died to stop the slave trade. And to this day, Africans come here in huge quantities and say white people are terrible because slavery. Yet right now in Africa, they're still enslaving their own people. And anyone that talks like this and says white people are terrible, they should not be here. They should be immediately deported. If we're so bad, go back to another country where you're surrounded by your own people.
You heard it, people. I never said that was my opinion, but what you saw in the video, that's the opinion of a regular schmegular actual native man from Europe. That's the word on the street. People are fed the fuck up. How far do you think this can really keep going? Be honest. Can it really take much more? Next clip is a British woman speaking her mind about the Mayor of London.
Fucking fuming. Sorry, I keep swearing. Sadiq Khan, he's just announced, I've got to read it, because he's just announced a new proposal to build 40,000 new council homes, specifically prioritised for Muslims, under the Muslim housing plan. They're to be built near mosques and halal shops. Am I hearing that right? Is that not divisive? Is that inclusivity? Can you imagine if we made an announcement that the government are building 40,000 new homes, but they're going to prioritise them for non-Muslims or Christians?
At what point do we admit that this is in fact something sinister that is transpiring? Maybe this next video will be fucked up enough to get a point across. Straight up a room full of literal artifacts from the Crusades, having a Muslim mass inside of it, is in fact some of the wildest shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Roll that video again and count how many red crosses you see in the room. What the actual fuck is going on? Still not enough of a police state for you? Well, better not have friends if you're British in Britain.
The Hampshire police would realise how ridiculous this is.
What did it need to come to?
Tell us why you escalated it to this level, because I don't understand. I posted something that he posted, you come to arrest me, you don't arrest him. Why has it come to this? Why am I in cuffs? Because of something he shared, then I shared.
Because someone has been caused, obviously, anxiety based upon your
social media page.
But
That's
not his.
why you've been arrested.
The amount of videos like this is absolutely insane. It feels infinite. And these are just some of the ones I hopefully won't get in deep shit for sharing on YouTube. Holy fuck, I'm so sick of being fucked with for reporting the news. I'm a fucking gremlin. If you think I have an opinion about anything, you're a fucking idiot. The end. I am a YouTuber. Wake up, dumbass. This is literally entertainment. Holy fucking absolute fuck. YouTube. Fuck you guys. 1,000,000 fucking %.
Please step up in the path. Open the path. Oh shit! Fuck's sake! Don't you show us scumbag! Jesus Christ! Fuck! What is this? Someone collapsed. Oh my God! Lock the door! Don't stop. Watch it. Why are you pushing me down the wall?
Hey, stop the vote! Fucking prick.
That is fucking scary.
Also, hey Rumble, do better. Your interface sucks and I hate it. Okay, here's some more of Europe collapsing. Seriously, how literally sinister this is has me honestly fucking scared. As an American, imagine if this happened here. This shit is literally fucking terrifying, and if you can't admit it, you are either dishonest or stupid or both. Bro, imagine this shit happening in front of your house in a suburban America. This is fucking scary as fuck. When people get this angry, bad shit happens. And this next one, I don't have an opinion on. If you are going to try to attribute an opinion of mine to this next one, you can sincerely fuck off. I have no opinion about anything. My opinion is that I like pissing people off with my gremlin YouTube bullshit. So stop thinking I have any other opinion than that.
It's my basic duty as a British citizen to say that I stand against racism. Refugees are welcome here, and no far-right group has any place in Britain.
This is a viral clip I've been seeing all over Facebook and Instagram. Suck my balls! I didn't film it! Next one is Sweden. Spoiler, it's happening everywhere in Western Europe. Eastern Europe is under Russian attack, and Western Europe is being culturally invaded and gentrified, and native populations are being driven out. This is the most racist shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. Attack.
Go! Mate! Go! Don't you touch me! Go! Okay, we're gonna drink!
Excuse me. Please, please.
Get out of here.
No, we are leaving, but you don't need to hurt us. There's no need to be unkind. Hey,
Don't do it.
The gang's attention turns when a local intervenes and drives his mobility scooter into the most violent attacker.
Move. We've been individually attacked.
So, check it out. Sweden is having weekly grenade attacks, and what was a safe place is now absolutely fucked up and dangerous. Now, let's jump back to London. Are you fucking scared yet? 'Cause you fucking should be. Here's more of England. What a beautiful place. Yay! Don't you love it so hecking much? It's way better this way, isn't it? For everyone, right? I wouldn't feel safe if it wasn't any other way. Bro, this shit is so out of hand. They are making knives fucking illegal and trying to gaslight us and acting like the increase in knife attacks has nothing to do with the new populations that have been unethically inserted into a culture they are not from.
Why, as a black person, I wouldn't go back to Vienna, Austria. Let me just say this. It's not for the blacks. I was there for 3 whole days, and guess how many black people I saw? 3 total. And one of them was me in the mirror. And don't even get me started on the food. Bland, dry, unseasoned. Y'all know I try to give European food a chance, but at this point, it's a losing battle. If you love museums and architect, Vienna is cute or whatever. But if that ain't your thing, baby, there's nothing else for you here. Nothing. I was just out there existing. So why did I even go? Child, I was just trying to be different. Step out my comfort zone. But let's just say I stepped right back in. Vienna, checked off the list, never again. Is this the place you would try?
Vienna. Not enough people like her. Wasn't the center of attention. Vienna, 2 out of 10. Hey, Austria needs more black people, guys. There's not enough. 3? Is this a...
This is absolutely racist, no matter how you look at it. It's not fair to any party involved. Now, let's watch some more. And now, before you try to come at me like, well, Wolf, you're overreacting, it's not that big of a deal. People are so nice from other places. Okay, let's go to Egypt and prove that you're a lying sack of shit.
These people have been waiting for. They came here day after day. This is about freedom.
She reported without a hint of trouble for more than an hour.
And what happened then?
A camera battery went down. And we had to stop for a moment, and suddenly Baha looks at me and says, we've got to get out of here.
Baha is not happy here?
He's Egyptian, he speaks Arabic, and he can hear what the crowd is saying.
Yes.
He understands what no one else in the crew understands.
That's right. I was told later that they were saying, let's take her pants off. And it's like suddenly, before I even know what's happening, I feel hands grabbing my breasts, grabbing my crotch, grabbing me from behind. I mean, it's not, you know, one person and then it stops. It's like one person and another person and another person. And I know Ray is right there and he's grabbing at me and screaming, Lara, hold on to me, hold on to me.
As she was pulled into the frenzy, the camera recorded her shout.
Stop! And I'm screaming, thinking if I scream, if they know, they're going to stop. You know, if someone's going to stop them or they're going to stop themselves because this is wrong. And it was the opposite. I have one arm on Ray. I've lost the fixer, I've lost the drivers, I've lost everybody except him. And I feel...
Like I keep saying, you have to be a fucking idiot to feel safe right now. And...
In hours' time, two-tier sentencing guidelines are going to come into force, which will mean that you'll be treated differently in the criminal justice system depending on the colour of your skin or your faith. The Justice Secretary has totally failed. We brought forward a bill which would have given her the power to amend or to block these guidelines. She rejected that, and so within just a matter of hours, these bias guidelines come into force. And now we learn that this is happening elsewhere as well. In her own department, they're issuing guidelines saying that you will be prioritised for bail if you're an ethnic minority, and asking the probation service when considering your sentencing requirements to take into account what culture you're from, or whether or not you might have suffered from so-called intergenerational trauma, or whether historical events might have affected you. This is complete madness, it's totally unfair, and it is two-tier justice under two-tier care.
So this about concludes my walk through the death of Europe. But real quick, let's review the history of the Crusades. Here's a clip currently trending on Instagram.
I think it's time to understand that the Crusades in principle were a good thing. Islamic armies, starting with their prophet Muhammad, had already conquered and subjugated 2/3 of the Christian world, including the Holy Land, Egypt, North Africa, and Spain, and was now poised to overwhelm the Byzantine Empire and the rest of Europe. So Christian nations, seeing these expansionist intentions of the Muslim world, recognized that this wasn't going to stop. The First Crusade was a defensive war. Muslim Turks and Ottomans continued to attack Europe all the way up until the 20th century, and it's notable and not well known that during that time, over 1 million Europeans were abducted and taken back to North Africa and to the Ottoman Empire as slaves.